Get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, welcome to a 5120 replay. If you were watching the stream in the last couple of days, as of recording this obviously, or you've watched Circon's YouTube channel, you may recognise this match. This is obviously me in the 5120 with the 120mm gun, finally. The last replay I put up I was still using the 100mm gun, and I actually did have the 120 unlocked by the time I put up that replay. So a bunch of people obviously thought that meant I was still grinding at that point. I wasn't. I had actually finished the grind at that point for the gun, and it has made a difference. It's not a bad gun at all. You're missing the extra shots, and the extra alpha isn't that much, but it's the extra pen that makes it, and the fact that the reload speed doesn't go up at all. It's not a bad machine now with this gun. I'm still struggling a bit. I still tend to want to play it in platoons because that's where it's strongest, and also I still can't not unsee the fact that it has derpy eyes. Look at those derpy eyes. This is just all round a derpy match because somebody else has got a derp as well. Yeah, that's the 152mm derp on phj 704, and Circon, although I don't know if we can see it. Yeah, can we just look at that? Look at that, you guys. 105mm derp Patton. And you know the great thing about the derp Patton? You can't put that 105mm derp on the stock turret. You have to have the top turret unlocked. Because reasons. Yep. So this was actually Circon's last game in the Patton, or his last game of the grind, and well, we'll see how it goes. If you've already seen it on his channel, and there will be a link below, you can see it as it unfolded on the live stream. You'll already know the result, but I thought I'd put up my point of view because this was actually a decent match for me as well in the 5120. And I don't have that many really decent matches in this, so it's a double bonus. You get to see my point of view of what was a very interesting match for Circon, and you also get to see me not being too derpy in a French autoloader. And I do have one moment of derp, but we'll come to that. So Circon is going to go for the hill. Look at that. Look at that derp gun. And that's kind of risky because they've got a T-54, an E-50, an A-44, and a Panther, and a T-69. And a Pershing. So yeah, this might be over very, very quickly. Well, you already know it isn't going to be, but potentially it could be. It's a big risk to go there, especially when he's packing a 105mm derp gun. And bear in mind, we've only got 4 tier 9s on each team, and half of ours have got derp guns. So he shoots the T-54. Fortunately, I'm there. I am loaded. The T-54's going up. Circon tracks him. The guy repairs, but look at this, I'm just unloading. And there we go, I finish him off. So Circon has lost a big chunk of health, but he's up there, he's alive, and that's the main thing. Now, I've got one shell left in the container at this point, and I want to reposition anyway, so I might as well reload. And then I noticed that A44 down there, and if only I'd kept that shell. It's just one of those times when you think, yeah, the sensible thing to do at the moment is to reload. And then the moment that happens, you spot that there's somebody there you could have shot with that one shell. And it would have been just the one shell, but it would have been some damage, and that would have been nice. As it is, by the time I've reloaded, they're going for this A44, who was a bit too aggressive, really. And look at that, he's just alone, unsupported. Now, yeah, that was really not sensible of me, but on the other hand, I got a kill. 1 health. When you're an autoloader like that, in that kind of situation, the sensible thing to do would have been to let somebody else have the 1 health and have the kill, because I've just wasted a big chunk of the potential of my clip. But as it was, I did take the shot, and I've still got 2 shells left in the container, but it would have been better to have 3. So, that IS-3 is 5, so I know I can take a moment to let my reticles settle a bit. And there's E50. And I don't know where that shell went. Into the ground, because French guns. And this is, I know somebody in the chat will be going, you should have stayed zoomed in. If I'd stayed zoomed in, it wouldn't have made a difference as to whether that actually went in the ground or not. However, T-29 is being rushed by the ISA. You can see there's an E-75, there's a Tiger. We have got 2 defending tank destroyers and a Tiger 1, except the Tiger 1 is just AFK. He hasn't loaded into battle at all. The T-29 is down, so this ISA clearly looks like he's going to try and come around behind the hill, do a bit of flanking. He fires, I fire, we both nail each other, and then this is the moment of derp. This is the moment, yeah, that's a point where I should have aimed that first shot more carefully. Then I got fixated on the E-75, didn't fall back soon enough, and hey presto, I got shot ISA again. Luckily the E-75's shell actually bounced, and even more luckily that last shell actually hit the top of his turret, his commander's hatch, whatever, because that was barely aimed, to be honest. So that was the moment of derp. Fortunately I was full health up till that point, I was able to take the shots. Foch comes in to help while I'm reloading with his derp gun, and I think the Rheinmetall hits him, not sure, but anyway the ISA takes a big hit. The IS-3 just noses over, shoots him before Foch can get the kill, and their E-75 is just pressing onwards and I don't know why. So Foch shoots, I shoot, take his tracks, quite luckily, and then I can just keep unloading my clip, and boom, there we go, he's dead. And this is what, my 4th clip? I'm not quite sure, but I've done a fairly decent chunk of damage, 3 kills. Circon all the while has been having a lot of fun on the hill with the derp. You should go and check out that replay as well, because yeah, it is totally worth it, and just wait till you see the end results as well. So here we go, last tank, T-69. I get a shot in just before somebody else shoots him, so I get the full potential of my shell on that one, and I end up with 4,300 damage, so that was alright. That was actually a decent game. It was a 2nd class mastery. I actually had high caliber because I did the most damage of anyone. I got the 2nd best score, 1003 XP, but with 1,697 damage and a derp gun, Circon, whom also managed to kill, had 1,135. How did he manage that? Well, he had nearly 4,200 spotting and assistance damage, because if there's one thing a derp gun is good for, it is tracking people. So yeah, I think some of it will have been spotting as well. I'm not sure about the exact split, but that was actually a really quick match, and that wasn't even 5 minutes. And the fact that Circon was able to rack up that amount of XP in less than 5 minutes, I don't know, that was quite yeah, and it was very, very fitting that it was his last game of the grind as well, and it just goes to show Circon OP. He can make anything work, just about. A derp pattern. And there he is, top score. Yeah, I'm telling you, Circon OP. But it was still a nice game for me as well. Over 4k damage, over 1k base XP, and that was my daily, so 3,000 XP with the with premium. Most of my shots went where I wanted them to, and overall I was quite pleased with that. That is the power of autoloaders, is that burst potential is to hurt people for a lot of damage very, very quickly. But it's the part where you have to reload that leaves you vulnerable. And yes, I did kind of derp in there, didn't I? But I got away with it because I still had full hit points at that stage. And I had one very lucky shot with the E-75 as well. But apart from the derp, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. So if you enjoyed this replay, and you enjoy Circon's replay, you can hit the like button. You can go hit the like button on his replay. You can leave a comment below. You can subscribe to my channel. You can check out my Facebook page. And as always, stay tuned for more.